Have you ever met someone who feels too nice or too charming, almost like they rehearsed what they were about to say? They smile and help, they pretend to care, but something in your gut whispers evil. You see this in politicians who shake hands with a smile while hiding knives behind their backs, in their empty promises and their fake sympathy. You see it in people who talk beautifully but live dishonestly. People who say the right things but do the most abominable things. Certain people use hidden psychological tricks to get what they want. They don't play by the rules of honesty or respect. They play a game of control, and they are very good at it. Evil rarely looks evil at first. It doesn't come with a warning. It studies you. It adapts to you. And before you know it, you're second-guessing your own sanity while they slowly tighten their control. Most people never notice these tactics until it's too late. If you don't know the rules of this game, you will always lose. You will lose your confidence, your peace of mind, and your ability to trust your own judgment. But once you learn their playbook, their power over you vanishes. This video will show you the 6 most common deceptive tactics so you can spot them, stop them, and protect yourself for good. Let's begin. Point number 1, the most subtle weapon of all, the slow twisting of your reality. It always starts quietly, with gaslighting. Not the obvious kind, but the small, almost invisible distortions that make you second-guess yourself. They'll claim they never said that, or that you remember things wrong, or that you're imagining things that clearly happened. And at first, you brush it off. You tell yourself you're tired, stressed, or overthinking. But slowly, something shifts. You stop trusting your own memory. You hesitate mid-sentence. You start replaying conversations in your head, wondering if you're the one who missed something, and that's exactly how they gain control. Not by making you trust them more, but by making you trust yourself less. Once they weaken your sense of reality, they become the narrator of your life. You start relying on their version of events, their interpretation, their judgment. And this is the foundation of all manipulation. When someone can rewrite your reality, every other tactic becomes easier for them and more confusing for you. This is where the psychological trap begins. Moving on, let's talk about how they guilt-trip you for simply having boundaries. Once your sense of reality becomes shaky, the next step is to break down your ability to protect yourself. So the moment you say no or draw a line, they make you feel like you've committed a crime. It's become almost taboo to say the word no in the society we live in. You'll hear things like, "I thought you cared. Wow. I didn't expect this from you." Even if they don't say it, you'll feel the emotion from their silence. They don't yell, they don't argue, they weaponize disappointment. Suddenly you're the selfish one for protecting your time, the ungrateful one for wanting space, the heartless one for needing respect. And the scary part? You start believing them. You apologize for things that aren't wrong. You shrink your needs because they cause problems. You over-explain simple decisions because you're afraid of hurting them. This tactic conditions you over time. Every boundary brings emotional punishment, and eventually you stop setting boundaries altogether, not because you don't want to, but because you've been trained to think your needs don't matter. This is how control begins to feel like compromise. Next, let's look at the tactic that flips your world upside down. They play the victim. Once your boundaries are weakened, they attack your guilt. Anytime you confront them, even gently, they collapse into the role of the wounded one. Suddenly they're the person who has been hurt. They bring up their past trauma, they talk about how everyone leaves them, or they remind you of everything they've supposedly done for you. Your valid concerns vanish under the weight of their emotional performance. And if you're empathetic, and you probably are, you fall right into the trap. You soften your tone. You comfort them. You start feeling guilty for bringing up something you had every right to address. This tactic is powerful because it creates emotional dependency. They become the fragile one, and you become the caretaker. And once you're in that role, it becomes harder to stand up for yourself, harder to question them, harder to walk away. They never take accountability because pretending to be broken gives them more control than pretending to be strong. If everything you've heard makes sense so far, don't forget to like and subscribe and share so it reaches those who need it the most. Now let's talk about their favorite mask, fake moral superiority. This is where the hypocrisy becomes obvious, but only to you. They preach about honesty, integrity, loyalty, kindness, and yet behind closed doors they break every single rule they claim to stand on. They love appearing like the Holy One. They love lecturing others, calling out bad behavior, performing righteousness in front of an audience. But the moment the door closes, they reveal the truth. The rules don't apply to them, only to you. And here's what makes this so psychologically painful. No one else sees it. To the outside world, they're charming, responsible, selfless. But you see the contradictions. You see the secret behavior. You see the double life. And that makes you question yourself. How can they be so admired and still treat me like this? This emotional conflict is part of the manipulation. If everyone believes they're an angel, your truth looks like exaggeration. Their moral superiority isolates you and protects them. It's all a performance. And you're the only one who knows the script is fake. For the fifth point, let's talk about the moment things turn darker. They use your secrets as weapons. This is when the mask fully slips. Everything you ever confided, every fear, every insecurity, every moment of vulnerability becomes ammunition. They don't misuse your secrets right away. They wait, they store them, they pretend they care when you open up. They give you comfort, empathy, support, just long enough for you to trust them completely. And then one day, at the perfect moment, they strike. They use your past to silence you. They bring up your insecurities to win arguments. They throw your mistakes in your face to keep you small, ashamed, and dependent. This is psychological warfare. And it hurts more than anything else because it feels like betrayal on the deepest level. They weaponize the exact things you trusted them with. After this, you stop talking, you stop opening up, you stop being yourself. And that's exactly what they want, a version of you they can control because you're too afraid of your own truth being used against you. Last but not the least, let's end with the tactic that traps people for years, the illusion of change. This is the final blow. It's the one that keeps people stuck the longest. When they sense you're pulling away, when they realize you're waking up, they morph into the person you always wished they were. They apologize, they listen, they promise to change, they say the right words with the right tone at the right moment. And for a brief period, they actually seem different. They become gentle, supportive, understanding. And that tiny glimpse of hope can erase months or years of pain. But it's not real, it's not transformation, it's strategy. They change just long enough to regain access to your emotions, your time, your loyalty. And once they feel secure again, the cycle resets, the sweetness fades, the manipulation returns, and you're left blaming yourself for believing them. Even though hope is a perfectly human feeling, this tactic keeps people trapped the longest because it's not based on fear, it's based on love. But once you understand it, once you see the pattern clearly, you finally break free from the illusion. At the end of the day, the remedy to all these tactics is simple, but not easy. Know yourself. Guard your boundaries. And trust the voice inside you that speaks before fear or manipulation can twist it. When you stay grounded in your values, evil can't get close because clarity kills manipulation. If this video opened your eyes or gave you something to think about, give it a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to Stoic Clarity. Your support helps this message reach the people who need it most. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and stay unshakable.